In previous modules, we were introduced to the concept of the time value of money, and we learned how to change the value of a cash flow at one point in time to its equivalent value at any other point in time. But what happens if we have multiple cash flows and we want to add them together? In a previous module, we were introduced to Rule 1, which says that it is only possible to compare or combine cash flows at the same point in time. If that point in time is some point in the future, after the cash flows occur, then Rule 2 says that to calculate the future value of a cash flow, you must compound it. So what we need to do in this case is compound each of those cash flows until they are all expressed at the same point in time. Then we can add them together. Let's use an example to show how we can calculate the future value of multiple cash flows. What is the future value of the following series of cash flows as at time period 5, if the interest rate is 6% per annum compounding annually? The first cash flow of 400 appears at time period 1. We want to know its value as at time period 5. See if you can calculate the future value of the $400 as at time period 5. The answer is $504.99. We multiply the $400 by 1 plus the interest rate to the power of 4, because as you can see from the timeline, we are moving that cash flow 4 periods to the right. What about the second cash flow, $250 at time period 2? We need to move that 3 periods to the right. So we need to multiply by 1 plus the interest rate to the power of 3. See if you can work out the answer to that. Here are all of the calculations. Each cash flow is multiplied by 1 plus the interest rate to the power of the number of periods that it needs to move. The fourth cash flow at time period 4 needs to move 1 period to the right, so it's multiplied by 1.06 to the power of 1. The total value of all 4 cash flows as at period 5 is just over $1,353.